Okay, so in this video we will try to see in how many ways we can write for loop in Java. So I will go with one by one. First I'll show you the easiest one and the simple one, and then we'll go to the next for loop. So basically I'll be showing 5 ways. So for that let me go to my IDE, and I will create one separate package for this one. So let me create first one different module for this demonstration, and this will be, let's say, for loops. So let's say I'm creating one new module called for loops, and I'll be creating the file here, and we will see here how we can write. So let me give the file name as ways to write. Okay, and yeah, we need to have publish static void main. Okay, so let me first create one simple array, and we will try to see how we can iterate by using for loop. So let me try to write some int array. Let me give some data, and it's all. So array is created. So now we will see the first approach how we can do it. So let me write it like first approach, and approach number one, and this approach is, we can call it a simple for loop. And how we will do it, so I'll show you how we can do it. So okay, let me directly write the for loop instead of writing the syntax, because it is very easy to understand. So we can say for int I is equal to 0, I less than array of length, and I plus plus. Okay, so I have this thing, but I don't know why I'm getting this error. What is cannot resolve is length. Why? Okay, interesting. Let me try to see why it is giving this one. Okay, I have forgot to write I, and now it's resolved. So how we will print it? We will see how we can do it. So we need to print System.out.println, and this is the basic simple for loop that we write everywhere, but we will see how we can enhance it in the next what we call in the next approach. So how we will write it? Error of I, and let me give one space for this one, and instead of printing the new line I will be printing the same line. So let me try to run this one, and we will see the output here. Okay, run it, continue anyway. Let me Mhm. So here you can see we have got the output. So what the syntax? This is like when we are adding I equal to 0, it means that we are saying initialize one variable I with the initial value with 0, and keep on doing the same thing until the length is less than the size of this what we call array, and we'll be keep on incrementing for that. So this is the simple follow that everyone knows, I think, but let me go to the next level. This is the simple follow, and we have one more follow called for each. For each, or again, some people also say it's enhanced follow. So both are fine. So how we will write in this case? So let, let's see how we can write. So we need to write it like for, so it is int type. So int I, or maybe int number. Let me give I. Okay, let me write number. Int number in all array, in this array, and I'll just print this one, that system.out.print, and how we will print? We will print just num. And let's start this one again and we'll see. Continue anyway. There is some issue in my ID, but it should not impact our result. Okay, okay. There is a aligning issue, so let me print one this out just to separate both the output. So we will see in the next line. We will see this output in the next line. So you can see there is the same output that we have, and this is called enhanced for loop. So there is one more approach called third approach, and here we can say it is like collection based for loop. So for that, let me create one list first, and we will see how we can write it. So let me create one list first, list, and this time we'll be taking string instead of taking integer. So let me say list is equal to array list, and that's it. And let me import the class. And okay, so instead of just doing like this, we can do one more thing. Instead of writing this array list, there is a utility called arrays dot list. We can directly initialize the values here. So no need to add again separately. So directly we can give. Let me give my name, and let me give some other what is maybe Ram, Rahim, something, and let me give Hina as well. So these are the names that I have. Okay, so now we have created this list. So now we will try to iterate by using the uh, for each method present in the collection. So how we will write it? So the way to write is like a list dot for each, and we need to write it like string s, we can say s, and system.out.println of individual s. So if you are not aware of what does it mean, then I will try to show you this one as well, but let me put some space here as well, if I can do it. Sorry, that. Okay, so just a time being, let's just print it like this. So we will see what is the output here, and we should be getting, okay, I'm getting this error always. I'll try to fix it later, but we will see the output. So see, you can see here this I have got all the list that I have in my this particular list, and I'm trying to iterate by using this collection dot for each. So this is how we write the collection based for loop. So again, there is one more way to write this one actually. So there is one more way, and this is called stream. In stream okay, in stream also we have this for each, and by using stream API as well we can write the for each loop. So I will try to show you, but for that you need to understand how the stream API works and how the method reference works. So just let me show you how it works. So it's like a list dot stream dot for each. We need to print it. Oops, that's syntactical. So we need to write it like the system dot out, and we need to write the reference here. This also should give the same output here. Let me try to give some space. So this is the fourth way, and we will see the same output. Let me rerun it again. Okay, see, you can see here we are getting our output here, and this is the string based let me write it, string based for loop. So these are the four ways, and we have one more additional way to write for loop, and that is we call the label based, and which is similar to the first way that we have written here. It same, it looks like same, but there is a concept called label. So let me write it here that this is called the label based for loop. So what does it mean? So it means we can provide the label to particular loop as well, and I'll show you what is the use of that. So how we will label a particular loop. So let's say we have this loop and we are giving this name as outer loop. Let's say outer loop. So this is how we label one particular loop. So this particular loop is labeled as outer loop now. And let's say I have one more loop inside this for loop. So let's say int j is equal to 0, and let's j is less than 3, and j plus plus. And just I'm trying to print some value, and let's say I'm printing this value, just I and j value, just to check. This is I and this is j. So to see this one again, we can give label to inner loop as well, inner loop. So these two are the labels. So let's say we want to terminate this when, and we can give the condition if I is equal to, let's say, 3. We can terminate this how we can break outer loop this like this. So whenever I is equal to 3, the outer loop will break, and at the end the whole loop will get terminated. So this is how also we write this label based for loop. So let me try to demonstrate this one by running this one, but let me comment this thing first, and let me try to run it. Hmm. Okay, here you can see after I is equal to 3, right? When I equal to 3, the outer loop got break. You can see the output here. So it's ij, 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 ij. So when I becomes 3, the loop got terminated. So this is how we write the label based for loop. Basically, we can pick this label any whether it is the inner label or outer label. We can pick that particular label, and we can do some conditional check based on this particular label, like this that I have done here. So if this condition is this, then we can break the outer loop, or similarly we can do the same. If j equal to something, then we can break inner loop. So this is how we do the label based for loop. So that's it for this tutorial. Thanks.